And here you could actually buy weapons for each character. You could just switch by pressing L1 and R1. So yeah, this guy will always sell weapons. Of course, the equipment he sells here is not the best. The best equipment you actually find them in the dungeons or temples or ruins. So for now, I don't recommend getting any weapons. Gear, you could get gear, but I also wouldn't recommend, because you most likely find better gear in the dungeon, in the next ruins. But what I do recommend you get is these two items here. They're accessories, the jewelry that your character could wear. Any of them could wear. So I recommend buying these two, one of each. And of course, you could also buy herbs here too. I don't think there's a way you could change the quantity. So I'm just gonna continue doing this. And you could also get the Yomi Exceler, which you could use to revive a fallen member. This is a useful item, the antidote. This one, you won't need this in the fire ruins, but you will later. I don't think there's any monsters that have a sleep spell. And same with this one. I don't think you'll need it. Of course, this is the grenade. I think it was on part 2 or part 3 that I talked about it. Yeah, this grenade is not magic, but when you use it, it has a circular range, and it does a good amount of damage too. 200. Actually, this might be like a single target, because it does 200 damage here. Fire scroll, it's pretty obvious here. So fireball is just a fire spell, and same with a whirlwind is a wind. Self-explanatory here. And you could also buy food, which you could use to heal your characters, party members. And the charms, you could also buy them if you want to increase your these mostly increase your resistance and your defense. I'm not gonna buy any, because I'm actually gonna use the money for something else, which you could also sell items here, of course, just like any RPG. Too bad they don't have it more organized. It's all just in one list. And I do have a lot of items here. I'm gonna sell this one. I don't think Jade needs. It's only 1 point. Yeah, 1 point of defense for Jade. I mean, yeah, that's his name. I only have 2 items to sell. Yeah, the rest of the items are actually useful, so I'll keep them. Well, that's it for this place. Now we're gonna move on to the skillsman. Skillsman. That's his occupation. Now, I'm gonna talk a little bit about how the skills in this game work. Before I talk to this guy, I wanna show you something I forgot to mention. If you guys see here, you have all kinds of books. And what these books are, they're like in rank C right now. These books, they don't level up. You actually have to get a novice book or master's book, and depending on the name, the rank changes. So I think master is rank A, and novice, I think it might be rank B. And besides that, you actually have to equip the vellums. Remember all those vellums we found in the dungeon? These items. Where is the vellums? It should be somewhere over here. Oh, it's all the way down here. Yeah, these vellums. As you can see, you can't really equip them, or you don't really know what they are besides the type. This one's a mental vellum, and combat. There's different types of vellums. Each indicate the stats is gonna increase. So what you wanna do here, you talk to the skillsman and you create a skill, and you use any vellum you wanna create a skill for. And I'm just gonna select any random one so I could show you guys. And this one was a mental vellum, so it's gonna increase my magic, or yeah. So here's this mental vellum will increase more power to fire and bolt magic by 5%. And what else is there? There's the combat vellum, which is for attack, maybe, yeah, attack and SP maybe. Maybe it might increase your SP points. But this is say more damage to some species, strong versus birds, beasts, and dragons. So this item is actually useful because in the next ruins we're going to, there's gonna be a lot of birds. So I recommend equipping that. Probably give it to the weakest character you're gonna have in your party, or you're gonna send out. What else is there? Physical. And let's try another physical. Let's see what this is. Improves escape success ratio. I don't really escape that much. I will only escape if the monsters are too strong. So I most likely will not be using them. I'm just gonna see what this. No, I'm gonna check this mental vellum out. I think for now, I'm also gonna rely on mental vellums. Predicts foes moves. This might be a useful item. You could probably dodge attacks with that vellum. And these are all physical. I'm gonna try this other mental vellum. At rank C, I would say most physical vellums aren't really that useful. You're just better off getting better equipment, or saving the money to get better equipment. So, oh yeah, the books, yeah, you had to switch. So here, as you can see, there's an icon there, so you know who's equipping what. Actually, you have to talk to this guy. I also forgot to mention, with this guy you could actually assign books to each character, and eggs as well. So you can't do that on the menu. You actually have to talk to this guy, the magician lady, and the manager. So now, the characters I'm gonna have in part is probably gonna be, well, you actually have to have Brando. You can't go to the next ones without him. So I'm gonna have Brando, Jade. I'm gonna have him equip a beginner's book, and I'm gonna have Miam because of her range. Yeah, she uses a bow, so the fact that she uses that bow is very useful. Because no matter where the monster is, she could still attack. And besides this, you have to move here to the skill, and once they have equipped the book, you have to equip the skill. Unfortunately, the rank C books, they only allow you to equip one. So what item will be useful? Since he's better with magic, I'm most likely gonna give him more power to fire and bolts, and Miam, more damage to some species. Yeah, that should be it. And if you want to check what each character is using, just press the circle button and you'll see. Okay, let's move on. You can also exchange skills. I forgot about this. You could sell your skill book. You can also exchange it with an item. The items he has here are actually very useful, but you will need you probably need to exchange a rare book or a rare vellum probably gonna find a lot of those later. Better ones, better items. Well, not here, so let's move on to the magician. Now here in the magician, if you talk to her, like the manager and the skillsman, you could assign slots here for the eggs and the books, and you could also junction eggs, which pretty much what it is. You just fuse 2 eggs. I'm gonna show you guys just what happens when you fuse 2 eggs. So I'm gonna fuse the stone egg, 2 stone eggs, and of course he charges 100 gold. And if they're in a higher level, so then she charges even more. So, and by the way, once you fuse them, you can fuse it. It stays like that permanently. So keep that in mind. And also, when you fuse 2 eggs of the same type, they'll only get stronger. They don't become a different type of egg. You actually have to fuse them with different types if you want a new type of egg. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. So I'm gonna press yes, and the junction's gonna start. Also, every time you create a new combination, it'll appear in her recipe list. Fortunately for you guys, I went through all the trouble and actually found the recipes. And since I'm probably gonna do this after I edit it, I'm gonna have it listed here. It's gonna have the list of all the different types of eggs, and as well as the recipes. And on the chart, if you see parentheses, that's the level. The number is within the level is within the parentheses of each egg, and below each egg, the name of each egg is gonna have the recipe. So one is gonna be a flare egg plus a flare egg, and so forth. You'll see it. I'll probably have to put it after this, because I have to edit it. Of course, I'm gonna junction a new egg. I'm gonna actually junction this stone egg with. Well, I don't recommend junctioning it with an aqua, because aqua is gonna be very useful. Probably gonna junction it with a wind egg. You get a dust, and as you can see here, you have 3 spells. One more from the 2. So you have refresh, freeze, and EBAB. EBAB, I think, drains your enemy's magic points, MP. So I'm gonna press yes. And after the junction is done, you're gonna have a new type of egg, and this one's gonna be the dust egg. Complete it. And also, and sometimes when you junction them, you're gonna see like a little star moving around the egg. I think that's the level. I'm not sure, but I believe that's the level. So if you see 2 stars, it's like that egg at level 2. If you see 3, it's like level 3. I think. I'm not sure. Or it could just be that it's powerful. The spells it has. So I'm just gonna assign. Too bad Brando could only equip 1. But Jade, since he's good with magic, he could actually equip 4. Ah, great. So I'm gonna give Jade the dust and the stone egg. And Miam, she could also equip 2 more eggs. So you're gonna take him from this unequip. Yeah, the square button is to unequip, by the way. I'm gonna give it to Miam. So she has 2 aqua eggs now. Actually, I should give it to Jade, just in case Miam faints. Actually, let me check junction recipe. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. See, when you make a new combination, you'll see the recipe here. But of course, I have a list all completed with all the recipes. So I'm actually gonna junction more eggs here. Since she has 2 stone eggs, you're gonna find more of these eggs anyway. So. I'm gonna fuse it with Evan. This egg here that he has equipped, and I get 116 MP. Probably gonna give it to Evan. And you don't see the star, and that should be it. I'm just gonna give this to Evan. See, the more you use them, the more MP you get, and the stronger the magic. Well, that's it for this place here. And what else is there? Oh yeah, there's Justin's house, or Justin, I think is. There's not really much to do here, but once you beat the game, if you talk to this guy, you unlock a new area in the map, and that dungeon is very difficult. The monsters there are way much stronger than any of the monsters from the other dungeons or ruins. And anything, let me see if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, I mean there really isn't a lot to do in Loca. You could talk to the people, so you could just get some, just to see what's going on in the village. But there really isn't much to do here, unfortunately. So I'm gonna talk to the manager now. Actually, I'm gonna save. I almost forgot. Yeah, you always have to talk to this guy here if you wanna save. And of course now I could assign characters to my party. And unfortunately you can only have 4. It'd be nice if you could have 5 at least. So I'm gonna organize. And I'm gonna take out Carmine. I'm gonna put Jade and Miam. I will put Tito, but unfortunately I have to have these 2 guys here. Yes. And I already did all of this, so I have to talk to him again. And I'm gonna save. Memory card slot 1. Okay. And you have to actually talk to him again to go outside, which is odd. I wish you could just go out the door without talking to him. It's annoying, especially if you're in a rush. You just want to go out and level up. Well, the good thing about this portal here is you could actually teleport. Well, I'll probably explain more later on. Well, right now we have a new location in our map, and it's the Flame Ruins. So before, the first ruins was in the land, and now we're going to the Flame, and then there's the Aqua, and I believe the other one was Earth or Vortex, I don't remember. So we're going to proceed to the Flame Ruins now.